Welcome to Innovate and Conversate, where we discuss the latest innovations and trends in the business world. I'm your host, Jana, and it's this time of the year where everyone is looking back on what they've achieved and setting goals for what's next, whether it's personal, professional, or sales driven. With me today is the wonderful Miss Anna. She's the CEO of Sandler UAE and a true champion for transformation and growth strategies. Miss Anna is an award-winning coach, an expert in fostering positive change, and the leader in driving growth at any level. Welcome, Miss Anna. So change is constant, but when we tend to end a new year or begin with a new one, people get the sense of excitement and motivation. So what do you think is the reason behind this motivation every time we start or end a new year?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I believe all of us heard at least once in time, new year, new me, right? And that's the perfect moment. I used to say that never it's too early and never it's too late to start with a change, to become someone whom you really believe that you can and that you are capable for. So but a new year and starting a new year, it's a perfect moment to recap and review the previous one and to understand maybe what are some areas, the both professional and personal, where I believe that I can do something different, right? And what I can do, what I need as a support, as a tools, and what kind of steps I need to make in order to that change happen. So I would support that, yes, it is a perfect moment to do that, but just one note that 1st January, I know that we make that kind of decision. We believe that miracle will happen when we wake up on 1st January. It will not happen if you not work on that, right?
Definitely. Exactly. So what do you think are the key motivation for people to seek this change in a new year?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the first thing what we need to do is that understand to find our reasons, right? Everyone needs to have some reason for change. Change is not coming because I just woke up one morning and I'm like, I will be the new me, right? So I need to understand why I will do that. What is my motivator? We call that pain. What is my pains? What are some areas where I have a pains? I used to explain that to my clients when I'm driving their growth and their change, is that all of us are now in the point A. That means that we are now, right? And the point A is maybe the place where I don't feel comfortable. I used to say, doesn't matter if it's some personal areas or professional areas, right? And all of us, for sure, all of us have some point B. This is the version where I want to be, right? Yeah. What I want to become, what I want to achieve, what I believe I deserve that my life looks like, what career I want to have, what income I want to have, what revenue I want to have if we took from organizational side, right? So the path from point A to point B seems very close, right?
Exactly.
But it is not easy to take that path. Maybe it's not so hard to take that path because at the start we have motivation, right? But so many roughs on that path, right? So many roadblocks, so many signs, stop. Yeah. So many things which encourage us to stop, right? And so that path, it's not easy. But that's the only way how we can really ensure that change will happen.
Exactly.
Change, it's not easy. I used to say that. Growth is very painful, right? You can't stay in your comfort zone, feeling super comfortable and still growing. You need to feel pain, like the kids are growing, right? I have a toddler and he's waking up during the night because he has a pained leg. Why? Because he's growing, right? So it needs to be painful in every area. The good thing is that there's the only way how we can grow.
And like they say, no pain, no gain. So
that's for sure. You can't stay and sit in your comfortable chair and cozy chair and wanting to be someone. A few days ago, I said one sentence, I believe in that. If it's easy to be very successful, then everyone will be successful, exactly. Right? So because the tools are there, right? It's very available, even now in AI, right? Ages. You can find so many sources, how you can do something, so many mentors, so many available sources for you, right? But a path, it's not easy.
Exactly. So, if we want to talk more about sales and the sales field, what does the mindset and motivation, like what role do they play when it comes for salespeople to achieve their goals, especially when they set high goals in the beginning of the year?
Mindset is everything in the sales. Whoever, at least for one day, was working in sales, they know that working in sales, it can be very tough, right? Why? Because of rejection. In our nature, we want to be accepted. We don't like to be rejected. No one likes to be rejected,
Yeah.
right? So, and I know that I heard so many times talking about a sales, motivation is important. And I can halfly agree. Why? Motivation is important to start something, right? And, but let's say like this, working in sales, you wake up very motivated, you love what you do, you're enjoying that, you went to the gym, you woke up at 5 a.m., you had your green detox, you listened some successful podcasts, you were reading a books, you were dancing, you were singing, you came to the office, right? And then today you got 10 no's. Tuesday is the same, Wednesday is the same. So what will you do on Thursday morning? For sure you will not do your calls.
Exactly.
Because you don't feel motivated, right? So if we only count on motivation, what kind of results and change we'll have? Like a roller coaster. Because I will only be successful when I feel okay. And believe me, no one is feeling super motivated 7 days in a week, right? So mindset is everything. You can have in Sandler, the company that I'm running here, for UAE, we have success for formula for success in sales, but I can apply that in everything in any area of our life, right? And it consists attitude, which is our mindset, behaviors, there's the things what we need to do in order to achieve some success in our techniques. What I used to say about a sales is that you can acquire the best sales techniques in the world, right? You can have them. And maybe your behaviors, the things what you're doing every day are okay. But if you're not strong, if you don't have a strong mindset, if you're not emotionally detached from the outcome, if you don't know how to do things where nothing is going okay, right? It's very easy to be strong when things are going amazing, right? Then everyone is strong, right? But when do you showing your mindset?
During weakness, for sure.
Exactly, when things are not going well. So the first step, every time when I start working with my clients, the first thing what we do, it's our mindset, it's our belief, so many wrong beliefs. It's cleaning our head trash, building a strong mindset. That's our foundation. It's like you're building a house, right? You cannot build the first floor, which are your skills, right? And techniques, if you don't have a basement, and that's a mindset. So it's everything in the sales.
Exactly. And I believe determination also is part of this mindset that helps salespeople achieve even through tough days.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you want to talk about like maybe practical steps or habits that a person can incorporate into their daily lives for them to achieve such growth and success, what would that be?
A question of the $1 million.
Yeah.
But it's I will try to be briefly because of the concept. The first thing is that find your reasons.
Okay.
Right? Find your reasons why would you do that. How much is that important to you, right? Sometimes we say that we want something to change, but that's not so important for us, right? So find your reasons why would you do that. Find someone who will help you, right? Sometimes it's very easy, always it's very easy to go through that path alone, right? So find some coach mentor. Even if you're not able to do that, right? There are so many available online tools, help, whatever it is. The third thing is that define your goals. But here is a trick. I know that especially when it's the new year, we want to achieve some very high goals. So in the previous 20, 30 years, we didn't done that, but now we want to do that in 2 months, right? So now we set up very high goals. And being high achiever, I think it's very good, but it can be very not so good, right? It can be your enemy, like your friend. So why? Now we are setting up the high goals, and then we are trying 1 week, 3 week, 4 week, 1 month. And then we see that things are not happening. Of course, it cannot happen in 1 month, 2 months, right? And then what's happening with us? We are demotivated. we are stopping. We are like, this is not for me, right? I'm a failure. I cannot do that. And that's not true. That's not true that you can do that. It's just that you set up very high goals, which it's not possible to
It'll
achieve in
not
short.
exactly not it's not over time.
Exactly. And the second thing, you need to find someone who will guide you to that. So, and last but not the least thing is that celebrate small steps. I used to say that. Sometimes, always, small steps can make a huge difference. Even if when we think like, this is just nothing. No. Doing some small steps and having every day small wins, it's very huge thing. Looking at some period, 6 months, 1 year. In 1 year, believe me, Anna, I done so many transformations with individuals and organizations. In 1 year, your life, your company, your revenue, everything can look completely different than you can imagine. But you need to work on that, right? And you need to be real with yourself. And maybe I will close with a fifth thing. I know that for the previous one, I said last but not the least. It's being soft with yourself, right? Yeah. We used to being very nurturing and very soft with people around us, right? Whom we love. But we knows usually to be very hard with ourselves, to very be critical with ourselves. Yeah. So let's be soft, like we are soft and nice and kind and with full of love with the people around us. Let's hug ourselves. Let's say, hey, bravo, I'm proud of you. You're doing a real huge effort and balancing all your roles, what you have in your life, right? So, and that's for sure something that success will come. And
amazing. So it's basically starting small and then building that momentum to reach this level of success.
Absolutely.
And if now that we're coming to a new year, right? What do you think is like maybe one piece of advice you would give to people or to our listeners today who are hesitant to start with this change towards success?
Just do it, right? There is no perfect moment. Never is too early, never is too late. And very often we wait for perfect moment, that everything is perfect set up. And then, well, that's nothing, that will never come, never will be a perfect moment, right? And so many people are spending so many times and years waiting for getting ready to be ready for change, right? I'm getting ready to be ready. And then getting ready to be ready, it can take me 10 years, right? So just do that, right? And fear is a liar. All of us have fear, right? Even someone now that you can see that's very successful, looks very confident, they have fear as same, right? Because that's human. Fear is a human emotion, right? And it's natural. But, like Jim Rohn said, all of us have 2 decisions every day, right? Pain of change and pain of regret. And that's a change you need to take. You need to decide what is more okay with you. So my advice would be, don't wait. Just do that. Learn lessons, not fails, right? Mm-hmm. It's better to try and learn something than you'd never tried nothing. Exactly. So don't have a fear of fails. And I always ask when with someone who I'm talking to my clients, but what if I fail? That's okay, but what if you succeed?
Exactly.
Right? So just move yourself, just keep moving, just going, just do that.
It's better than not trying.
You need to do that, right? Sometimes we wait for some sign or someone to push us in the change, right? And I would say that it's okay and it's important to have someone sometimes when you feel tired of your change to hold you, right? To say, I'm here, I save your back, I will give you wind in the back. And that's the role of the coach and the mentor, right? Sometimes it can be our friends, parent, whoever, right? But you need to do that. No one is coming to save you. And the moment when we are becoming adult is the moment when we realize that our life is only 100% our responsibility, right? And everything what is happening to us is because we decided that, right? used to hear people who are like, I'm not satisfied here, right? You can be whatever you want if you decide that. If I want now to become a pilot, right? I can do that. I need just to invest few years to go into school, prepare myself, right? And I can be that. So we can be whatever we want, right? Just if you decide that, and we are willing to work on that. No one said it will be easy. I'm not saying it will be easy, but it's possible, right?
Exactly, and no one is gonna motivate you or be your biggest motivator other than yourself. So it's basically comparing between your version in 2024 now and what you're gonna become in 2025.
There is one old story, old goal, that burn your boats, burn your bridges, and that means that I don't want now to take time explaining the whole story, but what can be interesting and connected with this kind of our talk is that if you decide to do something, right, burn your bridges, burn your boats to go back on previous, right? If you burn that, you know that this is the only option. I took this path. There is no back,
exactly.
Right? If I know that there is a back, right, I will be maybe not so engaged, relaxed. I will know that I always have my comfort zone is waiting me there, right? And I used to say, if you're looking for an excuse, there you will for sure find one why you will not do something, and excuses will always be there for you. For sure, they're always there for you, right? But the opportunity won't be there. So just do that. We can much more than we believe that we can. We are capable to do so many things, right?
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much today. It's been a really insightful discussion, and I believe now everyone will be able to set and achieve their goals for 2025, hopefully.
Thank you, Anna, so much. I really enjoyed, and I wish all of your audience and people who were listening us that amazing 2025, and encourage all of them to do the changes where they are thinking and to achieve what they are thinking in the silence. So,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We'd love to hear back from you on which topics you would like for us to discuss next. Until next time, stay innovative and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.